Hey everyone, doing a new video on the subject of the whole Sarkeesian article. I'm not gonna go through the points of her speech, but more of Stephen Totillo's comments and why he was even covering this. So let's just jump into this. He wrote about a speech which Anita Sarkeesian had not too many days ago, and wrote something about it on Kotaku. And I have an issue with this because nowhere in the article does he is he critical of anything she says or. I'm gonna go through. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but I'm gonna a few quotes of Mr. Totillo. Her supporters cheer the idea that her influence may transform the medium. Her critics fear that. Total and utter bullshit. Saying that anyone who's against Sarkeesian fear her. When has this happened? I would like to know where he's getting his information from, because that's a total bald-faced lie. Because we've criticized her so many fucking times on my streams, and I'm not the only one. All of the guys on the stream, Thunderfoot, and other big Mistrapsion, Alpha Megasin. You can go through. There are female YouTubers as well, Kite Tails. It's easy to find. So saying that we fear her in any sort of way is complete and utter bullshit, because she's not answering our criticisms. So she fears that she's gonna be picked apart in a debate. Here's another quote. I've seen most of her tropes gaming videos, meaning he hasn't seen anything, everything. Okay. Uh, I've seen most of her tropes gaming videos, of course, and frankly, and not had much issue with them. So you can't think for yourself. There is nothing wrong with them, because she clearly has no research in them. She strawmans, she uses fallacies, and even the game she was quote unquote trying to make or making uses all of the tropes she uses. So he's an editor in chief. He's supposed to be well educated. That's bad journalism again. Um, Another quote. Much of what she showed in them, the propensity for games to depict a disappointingly narrow range of female characters, of often using women in games as props to motivate players, of regularly sexualizing female characters to a comical degree, had rung true to me. Really? Okay. Her material had rung true to me even as I'd recognized the complications of calling diversity in creative work, and even as I noticed, sure, if you look close enough, you can find admirable female characters even in a game that is frequently described as being insulting to women. Does this guy even play games? Because it seems to me that he doesn't know any good characters, and even if characters are portrayed um, in a bad light, this happens in real life as well, or in other mediums. So saying that video games are worse than anything else, or trying to motivate players, is total bullshit, because Men are killed way more than women, and trying to make female characters more valuable to men is pretty fucking stupid. And this is just a fallacy to say that females are worth more than men because in some games female die. Uh, there are men who die and female who die in some games because you get in a situation where they are the villain kills them, and I just take God of War for example. You basically kill a spoiler. It's in like the um, first. It's pretty clear in God of War, but he kills his son and his wife, and is that supposed to motivate him? It's it's untrue because he kills women, he kills animals, he kills men throughout the whole game. So on sexualizing or trying to motivate the player just because the female is total and utter garbage. Um, if he doesn't even say what games this is happening in. Does it mean GTA 5? Because that's the only game these people can use as an example. And by Anita, because she's a strong female protagonist made by a fucking female. And still, a man cries out and says it's sexist. Isn't that irony? So again, Sarkeesian is an advocate. She talks about issues that she feels have been entrenched in gaming, go, but go under discussed. She is not a gamer. She does not have a fucking clue about games. So why again is this retard listening and not even criticizing her for this? Yeah, and quote during an unscripted Q&A, she said modern games a depiction of women was really bad. Really, it's very much like one step forward, two steps back. She said there are small things that come up. You're like, that's awesome, and then five other things come up. That's like, are we still doing this again? This is a vague. This is the most vague statement you can make. Well, where? What games? What is she talking about? What games is she even talking about that this happens in? She used the whole Wonderful 101 as a Smurfette uh, example, but that's one freaking game, and Wonderful 101 is basically a parody of Power Rangers, to be honest. So, or with this whole statement, the one step forward, two steps back. Where are these two steps back? Because most games pass the Bechdel test, and I don't know what. It's just so fucking stupid. And here again, the metal detectors and the overall heightened security presence of at Sarkeesian's talk are impossible not to notice. I heard a few attendees mutter about this being necessary or finding out it absurd that a talk about women in gaming, of all things, required this kind of presence. And NYU rep told me they hadn't set up metal detectors for any gamer centers talks before. They also mentioned the Dragon Age developer, or when they had a talk, they didn't have this. So they don't say that there was any threat at all. This is basically just a show, and again putting the victim card. What sort of threat was there against her? Did anyone actually take a knife or something with them? I mean, really. Was there anything that threatened her life or tried to stop her from speaking? No, because it's bullshit. Uh, and the Utah thing, no credible threat. So this is stupid. New quote. There I just take what I find important from the article, so you can read it for yourself. It's in the description. New quote. Sarkeesian never acknowledged the security, and she only briefly mentioned the online harassment she received for her work. But she even so she even says that everyone criticizing her is harassment. So this is just so fucking stupid. She may have well gotten received harassment, but uh, she's trying to uh, tell us that it's Gamergate and all that kind of shit, and went out publicly with that she's received death threats, which is the most fucking stupid thing you can ever do. So here, new quote: "I'm happy if you cared at all and wanted to come. But I seriously doubt people from Gamergate's intentions of coming to an event where I'm speaking. I think if anyone in this audience is here for Gamergate, they are not here because they genuinely care or and want to learn. They're coming here to be like, oh my god, that woman, or that horrible evil woman that's ruining games." This is a kind of ironic, to be honest. She wants, she says, we don't want to learn. Isn't that the most stupid fucking thing you've ever heard? She does not have a goddamn clue about games at all, and she wants to educate us. That's kind of hilarious. That's just epic. That's yeah. Um, she's really trying to project that Gamergate are the ones ignorant here, when she's basically trying to uh, say that we were the ones that made the threat at Utah, even though Gamergate wasn't mentioned once in the fucking threat. So fuck her. She has an agenda. She does not cite the research. She steals other people's footage. She's a fraud, and she wants us to learn. She can fuck off. Yeah, next. When I see that media matters and has an influence on our lives, I'm not saying that it's a one-to-one correlation or a monkey see, monkey do situation. So why has she said in the ABC piece that it has a profound effect on real world? Oh well. But rather that media's influence is subtle and helps to shape our attitudes, beliefs, and values for better and for worse. Media can inspire greatness and challenge the status quo, or sadly more often, we will show me the evidence of this, can demoralize and reinforce systems of power and privilege and oppression. Um, it's these are games. Research after research have found games do not lead to violence or sexism or anything like that. She's really trying to put a smoke screen up and uh, lead people, and it's just so. This statement is just so full of bullshit, because she doesn't even say it's not a one-on-one correlation. So what correlation is it? What does she even have evidence over this? So this is another vague statement. Um, Media's influence is subtle. Yeah, if you don't think for your fucking self. No offense to Fox viewers, but Fox viewers on average are the most um, misinformed people in the US. So yeah. Another quote: "She described her relationship with gaming as complicated." No fucking shit. No shit. Another quote: "If you asked me at the time, I would probably have said I wasn't a gamer. Under I don't even know if I want to say that now, but whatever." So there you have it, folks. Again, admitting she's not a gamer. Do you need more? Jesus fucking, it's right there. Stephen Totillo, why the fuck aren't you pointing this out? Why the fuck aren't you exposing this? No, because it fits his and his site's narrative and his own. What the fuck? Yeah, you have it here on Kotaku itself, and from the speech. Why aren't you calling it out? It's right there. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Next. She said she'd bought into the bogus myth that in order to be a real gamer, you had to be playing GTA or Call of Duty or God of War or other testosterone-infused macho-posturing games, which often had a sexist, toxic culture that surrounded them. So even though I was playing a lot of games, well, she just said she wasn't a gamer. These kinds of games, I still refuse to call myself a gamer, which I don't think is uncommon. This is a straw man argument because if she was a gamer, she would know there are plenty of games which don't have quote unquote testosterone infused macho posturing games. Um, Nobody is stopping her from buying Bayonetta or Dying Light, but no, she had to shit all over them. How about Final Fantasy? Just let me. Tomb Raider. Um, what else do we have? Just looking through my own games. There are plenty of RPGs, Dragon Age, Mass Effect. Um, what else? I'm going through my PS3 list. Um, Dead Island has a female, even black female protagonists. Dragon's Dogma, you can make several characters and your own character female. Tekken has strong female characters. Mirror's Edge, Bioshock, um, Last of Us. What else? And for crying out loud, Batman even has um, strong Okami. I mean, I could just list off game after game after game with strong female characters, but she chooses like the three. Perhaps she could have changed, switched out God of War with Halo, and you would have had the three most generic games that everyone knows about. Jesus Christ, this is just so fucking stupid. Nobody is stopping her from playing games. She can buy a PS4, PC, or Xbox, and play all the games she wants. Contrast on PS4 was free the first month. She could have played that, non-violent even. Yeah, let's continue. I'm just getting frustrated. You can love something and be critical of it. To what I do and is really important to engaging with any kind of pop culture. Who's not critical of stuff? Has she even listened to what gamers have said about microtransactions, season passes, bad business practices, day one DLC, lacking of content, buggy games? I mean, Jesus Christ! Just look at the last year. Halo, Master Chief Collection came out broken. Drive Unity came out broken. There was a massive outcry because of these games. All for the graphical downgrade. Jesus fucking Christ, woman. Do you even game? Do you even game? Oh, you can go through the rest, but I stopped at this point because I'm just gonna get more frustrated by watching it, by talking about all this shit because it's so fucking stupid. Well, at no point, um, from what I've read, has Stephen Totillo called her out or been critical. He's even defending her. Just let me go through the first one again and just think about it again. Her supporters cheer the idea that her influence may transform the medium. Her critics fear that. Think about this. We're critical of her, and she wants to change and censor games. We don't fear her. We want her to stop, for the media to stop listening to her. Because when they do, because she there were rumors that she was working on Mirror's Edge and being a consultant. Hopefully he has denied that she hasn't worked, but I just hope she doesn't work on any game ever because they're just giving her a credibility. Who wants her influence in games really? Who? Because this woman is toxic and is not good for gaming as a whole when her video series is so flawed and 3 years late. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here and be sure to, if you have any criticisms of this, be sure to leave them in the comments. I welcome criticism. I always leave comments open. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you guys next time.